I'm going to move. So it seems my pathetic attempts to learn the Star Wars tune have failed me somewhat there, in the midst of the glow of the camera lights. But welcome to Fleece TV, and may the 4th be with you. And funnily enough, the Fleece has had lots of televisual and film-like activity itself over the years. Certainly going back to the period of Silas Marner being filmed, and of I think we've got some pictures of Silas Marner there that Tash may well be showing you as we speak, and also of there we go, Silas Marner. Back in time, apart from the plastic cups at the Fleece Inn, there's the actors there. My predecessor, Mr. Albert Parker, was the licensee at the time. And these things have come to light through our friend Kim Carter, who's very kindly lent us a load of archivey stuff to do with lots of things, which we'll touch on over the period of the next X amount of time. But for now, we're just talking about Silas Marner and indeed Martin Chuzzlewit. And I know that in both of those, people from the village were extras and so forth. So I don't know. Have you shown the photographic stuff? Very good. The most recent thing, which was can I just show you this, which is rather lovely, produced for me by Helen Davis. Thank you, Helen, who did the original photographs with Nick back in the time of Martin Chuzzlewit, and really, it was a really lovely prezi to. There we are, we see the old Fleece Inn there.
What was it called?
Do you know, I don't, the Blue Dragon. It was called the Blue Dragon, thank you. And classic BBC period drama. And what an amazing. This is where Helen used to live at that time. Which is next door, as you can see, to us, and they cover the road in this stuff, whatever this stuff was, to make it look like it. Isn't that amazing? And yeah, the Blue Dragon. So you can still get it on Vido if you look for it, and there's an interesting of what it really looked like when they were shooting it. And they did a snow scene over here as well. So, oh, sorry. Okay. I'll get that tune in a bit. But there we are. So that was Martin Chuzzlewit, which was filmed back in the, I believe, in the 90s. And something else that occurred in around 2009, I believe, was the filming of Land Girls, which was based quite a bit. Cheers, by the way. Quite a bit here at the Fleece Inn, and what. I thought I must be an extra. Helen says hi. Hi, Helen. Thank you again. Yeah, somebody else says play that harp. Thanks. If I could find the first note, it'd be great, since I only didn't learn it about 10 minutes ago. But anyway, we'll carry on. Yes, so Land Girls, and I wanted to be an extra, and I had to go through the rather stressful decision of whether to shave my beardiness off, and did, as you can see from this picture. But you can see it does have its rewards, strangely enough. And the other, one of the most amusing... What?
Keep the beard.
Keep the beard, keep the beard. We were filming a fight scene just outside the front door. It was getting on. It was about 5:30 and we were due to reopen to the public at 6 o'clock. One of our regulars, who perhaps might be argued to be not always in touch with reality, watched this fight scene. They kept saying, "Kurt, do it again." It was a fight over a young lady. And Kurt, and after a couple of occasions, he decided to waltz in there and split up the actual fight. So, no, it wasn't a real fight. Anyway, but great, it was a great series to be involved in. I'm only sorry that they didn't continue filming it. There's a little picture here of ourselves with Mr. Mark Williams in 2015. As Father Brown, as you may know, is shot around these parts. And Helen's house that you saw earlier, that she's no longer there, but that house has also been used very recently for some interior work for Father Brown. So there we are. So moving swiftly on. One last story about Land Girls. Lovely story here about Joan Galloway, who was a land girl at Wickham Manor, which is just up the road. In 1943, Joan Galloway called up for war service and was allocated to join the Women's Land Army. Joan, in June of 43, caught the train to Evesham with other girls who had joined the Land's Army. And the girls frequented the Fleece Inn, where Joan remembers chatting to American servicemen who were in the area. She remembers going to the Clifton Cinema, which is no longer there, in Evesham, and buying ice creams owned by the Capaldis in Oak Street. So there we go. Find out more of the Badsy Society. .uk. So there you go. So we're moving swiftly on to the dynamic piece, which is Blossom Watch. Tash and I were on our daily walk earlier and came across this rather wonderful blossom, and this tree, this yellow blossom, and we don't quite know what it is. So if anybody could, perhaps inform us, that would be super smashing great, but I'm afraid I don't know what it is. And do you think that video makes you a bit dizzy? I don't know. Made me a bit dizzy when I watched it. Just dizzy with the joy of nature, perhaps. So that's Blossom Watch for you. Now, just before we go, a couple more things. It's VE Day on Friday. We're trying to put a special VE show together. So if you haven't got any memories or any photographs or anything you'd like to share with us about those wartime years or anything to do with that, that'd be great. We're going to just recap on the story of Lola and the Green Howards. Other things are at 8 o'clock this very evening on Facebook Live and Zoom. Check the link out on Zoom. On Facebook Live, sorry. It is our weekly pub quiz. We'd love you to join us for that. We've got some fascinating questions with 2 speciality rounds this week. There you go. But before that, why don't you take the opportunity to listen to one of Julian's jokes?
Hi, it's Jules's joke of the day. I've been winning the largest marrow prize at Breckford Show for the last 20 years. Last year, the judge was that amazed, he asked me what I fed them on. I said 4 pints of Yuli's pig's ear a day. He says, gosh, that's expensive. I said, not really, I'll drink it first.
So, it's a laburnum, says Helen. Thank you. There you go. Tucked away down by Alan's barn. So, just before we go, grass watch. I'm going to try. May the 4th be with you.